Hello and welcome to the Australian Aviation Heritage Centre in Darwin. Today I'll be doing a guided tour of a B-52 HERCULES Stratofortress. I will also show you a peek sneak of what's inside. The Boeing B52 Stratofortress is an American long-range subsonic jet-powered strategic bomber. The B-52 was designed and built by Boeing, which has continued to provide support and upgrades. It has been operated by the United States Air Force, or the USAF, since the 1950s. The bomber can carry up to 70,000 pounds or 32,000 kilos of weapons and has a typical combat range of around 8,800 miles, or that's equal to 14,200 kilometers without aerial refueling. Beginning with the successful contract bid in June 1946, the B-52 design evolved from a straight-wing aircraft powered by 6 turboprop engines to the final prototype, the YB-52, with 8 turbojet engines and swept wings. The B-52 took its maiden flight in April 1952. Built to carry nuclear weapons for Cold War-era deterrence missions, the B-52 Stratofortress replaced the Convair B-36 Peacemaker. A veteran of several wars, the B-52 has dropped only conventional munitions in combat. The B-52's official name, Stratofortress, is rarely used. Informally, the aircraft has become commonly referred to as the Buff, which is known to as the big, ugly, fat fella. The landing gear of the B-52 is one of the same bicycle arrangement as employed on the B-47, but has 4 two-wheel bogies instead of the 2 bogies used on earlier aircraft. An interesting feature on the B-52 landing gear greatly eases the problems posed by crosswind landings. Both the front and rear bogies can be set at angles as much as 20 degrees to either side of the straight ahead position. In a crosswind landing, consequently, the aircraft can be headed directly into the wind while rolling down a runway not aligned with the wind. The B-52 has been in service with the USAF since 1955. There are 72 aircraft in inventory as of 2022. 58 operated by active services, 2nd Bomb Wing and the 5th Bomb Wing, 18 by Reserve Forces, 307th Bomb Wing, and about 12 in long-term storage at the Davis-Monthan Boneyard. The bombers flew under the Strategic Air Command, or the SAC, until it was de-established in 1992, and this aircraft absorbed into the Air Combat Command, ACC. In 2010, all B-52 Stratofortresses were transferred from the ACC to the new Air Force Global Strike Command. The B-52 completed 60 years of continuous service with its original operator in 2015. After being upgraded between 2013 and 2015, the last airplanes are expected to serve into the 2050s. Rolls-Royce and Boeing are working on the effort to replace the B-52's H's current Pratt & Whitney made, decades-old TF-33 engines with new F-130 engines. Now, you may be wondering why the B-52 has wheels on its wings. That is because the B-52 has a wingspan so large that it needs stabilizing wheels installed at the ends of the wings to prevent them from touching the ground. The B-52's flaps have only 2 positions, full up and full down. The same flap setting is used for takeoff and landing. An advantage of this is that the flaps need not to be reset during a missed approach or touch-and-go landing. As you can see on this tail art, it says no buff too tough, and as I mentioned earlier, buff stands for big, ugly, fat fella, or something else beginning with F. This extension is a rear warning radar, and on the underside here are flap dispensers. At the back and on top you've got the drag chute, as they use a parachute to slow the plane down. In fact, the brakes are known for being pretty poor, and there is talk of replacing them soon. At the back of the aircraft there's an ECM radome, and there's the only old-fashioned defensive system. On this, the remote control Qual 50 caliber machine gun. The weapon can detect enemy aircraft up to 7,000 meters away, although the gun can't start firing until the target is around 1,300 meters away. These were used in Vietnam, where the enemy were using very basic missiles, requiring the fighter to fly up closely behind the bomber. But as the missiles have improved, the gun became obsolete and was removed on the H model. You may have also noticed that the aircraft's tail is far too high to have gone through the door here. This was a common problem, so the entire vertical stabilizer was designed to bend over towards the right. The museum also has quite a few photos on display, as shown here. I'm now heading up to the flight deck window of this B-52 Stratofortress. And to get up there we have to climb up this old-fashioned Ansett ANA Australian stairway to take a look inside. The B-52 has a crew of 5, the aircraft commander, pilots, radar navigator, and electronic warfare officer. All of these play a crucial role in keeping this big plane up in the air. I'd like to thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. It did take a while for me to make. Please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about this video so I can improve for next time. See you all next time.